Hey everyone, welcome. It's Naomi, and your pranayama for the month is one that I have been working on a lot myself lately, and I call it the 1-2 pranayama. Okay, it's not a very fancy name, but what I love about this pranayama is that it's really, really simple. You can do it any time, and you can also build up to going a little bit deeper if you want, although you don't have to. So the reason that I call it the 1-2 pranayama is that the way that it works is you breathe in for 4 and you breathe out 8. Okay, so the whole point of this pranayama is to make your exhales a little bit longer and fuller so that you are letting go of more than you are taking in. So it's really perfect for this month. This month is all about clearing space for new growth. And so you're taking in, but also just letting go of what doesn't support you, of what, isn't helping you. It's a really grounding mantra, or mantra. It's a really grounding pranayama, but it's also just a really great mantra for just clearing stuff out and really focusing on that exhale, which, is usually the part of the breath that we don't focus on quite as much. Okay, so as always in pranayamas, there are two things that I want you to remember. First, I'm doing this video mostly so that you can learn the technique and so that you can practice it on your own. It's always a little bit tricky to follow along in pranayamas because your breath and my breath will be a little bit different. So, it's not necessarily about getting it right this first time or, feeling completely comfortable this first time, but just, getting an idea of what the pranayama does before you take it on your own. And it's also, just the reminder that whenever you're starting a new breathing technique, when you first start it, it's going to be really awkward and rough, right? So when you first try to breathe in 4, it's going to feel a little bit tight and a little funny. When you first breathe out 8, it's going to feel a little weird. That's okay. It takes a little while to ease into it. That's why most pranayamas, you're really aiming to do them for 5 minutes or more, honestly, is that you need to get your body more into the rhythm. Okay, that's also why the longer that you do this pranayama, you might be able to breathe in for 5 and then exhale 10, or breathe in for 6 and exhale 12, or even breathe in for 7 and exhale 14, right? Like, you could keep going if you did a much longer pranayama, say for 10 minutes even. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just give you a little taste of it today so that you have an idea of how to do this one on your own, and then hopefully you can incorporate it into your own, seated practice when you just need a little bit of space to breathe. So with that in mind, take a comfortable seat right where you are. You can rest your hands on your thighs or in your lap, and just close your eyes. Turn your attention inward. Breathe smoothly and naturally at first, so it doesn't matter how many inhales or how many counts of your inhale you're breathing in or how many exhales. Just breathe naturally. So don't try to force your breath. Don't try to make it something it's not. Just, be with your breath and breathe. And now I want you to start moving in the direction of the pranayama. So when you inhale, you breathe in to a count of 4, and then you immediately exhale to a count of 8. Now if you don't exhale 8 immediately, if you just get to 6 or 7, that's also okay. But your goal over the next minute or 2, 3, is to get your breath to an inhale at the count of 4 and an exhale at the count of 8. So you're not holding at the top or at the bottom, just breathe in, breathe out. Now, if you have that count of 4 and count of 8 pretty consistently, you can try adding and breathing into a count of 5 and breathing out to a count of 10. Or you can stick with 4, 8. And then after your next exhale, return to a more normal, natural breathing pattern. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Ooh. All right, so that was just about, that was about 6 minutes of pranayama right there, breathing in 4 and 8 and breathing in 5 and 10 if you extended it at the end. So it's a pretty strong breathing practice, but it's also pretty simple, right? You can get into the rhythm pretty quickly. And I think actually build up pretty quickly as well, just once you get into that rhythm. And there are 2 reminders for you at the end. Okay, the first reminder is that I generally breathe in through my nose and out through my nose. If you have trouble breathing in through your nose for any reason, you can absolutely do this as a combination of breathing in through your nose and your mouth and out through your nose. Okay, so if there's any reason why your breath does not move in naturally and easily through your nostrils, don't feel like you absolutely have to do it that way. Like, just keep in mind that, that's traditionally the way that a lot of pranayama is done, but you need to do it in the way that best supports you. And the other reminder is that always when you're exiting out of your pranayama, come back to a more natural breathing first, just to get your body back into a more normal rhythm of breathing before you open your eyes and stand up, so that you feel a little bit more steady and grounded in your own body, but also just a little bit aware of how the practice impacts you. So hopefully this is really interesting. We'll be incorporating this into our 30-minute classes this month. And if you have any questions about this pranayama, you can leave them in the comments below. But I look forward to seeing you on the mat or here in this seat again really soon. All right, until then, bye.